Tucker, thanks for doing this interview with me, especially because we're at Boots and Hearts, one of the best festivals you're going to find in country music. You're part of all this, man. How does it feel being in this part of the country, and I said part of something, an event like this?
It's awesome, man. It's always fun to, venture outside of, America and play in different countries and see their fans and everything, and especially on such a big festival like this. I've heard about it for years and finally get to play it, so I'm excited.
Well, I know we are thrilled to have you here, especially with your music, with Rock On. But, man, Rock On really is your life. I love your life story, man. I want to get a little bit into it because sports and music seems to be running in your bloodstreams, man.
Yeah, it's kind of what I guess I grew up around. It's just sports and music, and did them both my whole life, and then decided to choose music when it came down to it. So,
now, talk a little about your family members, too, because, again, music, sports.
Yeah, I got an older brother who actually just played his first NFL game last night.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, for the 49ers. Yeah, he did a great job, threw a couple touchdown passes. So, and then my dad writes songs, and my little brother plays in college, and I don't know, man. It's just, I guess when you grow up around like successful people who strive to be the best, like in whatever they do, kind of wears off on you, and just want to like whatever you have a passion for, pursue it full speed ahead and kind of want to be the best at it. So that's kind of how I feel about everything.
How did music become the passion? Because you could have gone in through sports yourself too.
Yeah, I had a baseball scholarship. I was actually signed and committed to go to college and play baseball. But man, when you get bitten by that music bug and stuff like that, it's tough to tell any 19-year-old kid to do anything else. So I called my baseball coach on my own the night before I was supposed to report up there and said, dude, I'm sorry, I'm not coming anymore. I got to do music. So.
Well, when you decided to do that, man, what kind of songs were you writing? And who were some of your, other than your family, of course, who were some of your other musical influences?
Man, I was just writing kind of just based on how I felt about anything and everything. I mean, I was kind of been more, I guess, in the trouble-making side. So, like, I was grounded a lot growing up, and I was kind of needed to let out emotion and stuff like that. And I listened to a lot of rock music growing up.
And here's the reason why I'm asking this, because you have sort of like, I hear the country thing, but I hear the 60s kind of influence in there and the rock 60s influence.
Yeah, that was the classic rock, man. It was always kind of my favorite when I was young, really younger. I mean, because like music-wise, I mean, I started off as a drummer, so like guys like, John Bonham from Led Zeppelin and like Neil Peart from Rush drumming, like that's who I wanted to be like. And then guitar playing, Joe Walsh and like AC/DC, those riffs and stuff really drew me in. But I was born and raised in Nashville, so when it came to like song structure, I guess the country aspect kind of mixed with my music.
Who were some of the people that you shared the stage with, man? And from what I understand, man, some big ones there.
Yeah, well, last week I played Lollapalooza, which is like a really big festival in Chicago. And some of the acts that played there, man, it was like Blink-182 has always been my favorite band, and like they played, and that's just one out of like all the other artists. But just being able to be on the same list as like guys like that, it's crazy.
I was gonna say, I can see it in your eyes, man. I can hear your voice. Lollapalooza, man, this is something people even died just to go see. Man, you were on the stage. What was that like for you?
Man, it was the coolest experience, and I was the only country artist that was asked to even be a part of it. So I took pride in that. I mean, I always thought my music is, I don't want to hold it just to one genre. I mean, music is music, in my opinion. You either like it or you don't. So them giving me a chance to represent really just music, but technically country music at Lollapalooza, being the only one too, it was an honor. So.
Hey, look, man, Glenn Campbell, God rest his soul, said, I don't make country music, I make great music. Sounds like you're following that same path.
I mean, it's what it is. I mean, I hate when people, try to, they get mad about something, like, well, that's not country. It's like, who cares, man? It's music. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. But either way, music is music.
So let's talk about some of your singles, man. Rock On, let's talk about that. And what's the influence behind that?
Man, honestly, it was just kind of a hook. Like, telling someone to rock on, go ahead, do your thing. And then coming back with it and saying, I'll admit I should have put a rock on, like, on my finger, But But it wasn't about a specific girl. For me, I just kind of wanted to let out like the emotion of telling someone to rock on. It's like a middle finger, in my opinion, but still being vulnerable enough to be like, I might have messed up, you know.
Hey, but we can all follow that, man. Is there going to be an EP or an album following all this, man? What's going on with that?
Yeah, I got an EP out, but gonna come out with the full-length album here as soon as the record label will let me.
So we got to talk to some people then.
Please do, yeah, because I'm frustrated as all get out with all that. So I need anybody else's support to help me get the rest of it out. But it should be coming out pretty soon.
In the meantime, man, you got more shows happening throughout 2017 and hopefully in 2018 too.
Yeah, stay on the road quite a bit. I always play from 200 to 250 shows a year, so don't plan on changing that. I love touring, love being on the road, so just building a fan base, you know, piece by piece is kind of my motto. So
I love it, man. Look, website, Twitter, all that stuff. Where can we go to follow you?
it's pretty just straightforward. Tucker Beathard. Last name's a little tricky to spell. It's Beathard. But yeah, should be able to find everything on that website, social media, anything really.
Fantastic. My friend, congratulations on the success. Let's do this again, man, when the album comes out.
Sounds good.